Alrighty, so we've got to figure out what's in the water. But before we get to that point, let's learn a little bit about who's at the table.
Good evening. I am Samir, and I am playing Ephraim Kesh, a brass dragonborn monk who's found himself lost in Barovia for a little bit. And after having come face to face with Von Zarovich himself, he is feeling somewhat murderous, I'd probably say.
Alright.
I'm Connor. I'm playing Valen. He is a drow sorcerer from the underground, a shadow magic sorcerer to be precise. And he has traveled the land above, and he does so with his Shadowhound companion Nyx.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Thresh. I'm playing Flat Top Slowhand, a tiefling gunslinger. Very Van Helsing type, here to hunt Draculars and make sure they don't cause no troubles.
I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Jinx. Jinx is a mischievous and curious Blackford Tabaxi rogue inquisitive. This week's fun fact about Jinx is he has never even attended a wedding, let alone stood in one, nor has he ever worn a suit. Setting aside the fact that he didn't have the coin for one, he has never had an occasion to wear one. He is secretly very excited at the thought of getting all dressed up for once, but he knows the chances of that actually happening are slim, given his promise to Irina and why he's there in the first place.
Alright. Then, with no further ado, let's return to Castle Ravenloft, where a wedding is about to take place. Though your getting to this point has been a bit rocky, we'll say.
Huh.
After having to give a oath of hospitality, you were stripped of weaponry and armor, and things just got a little bit more intense as a party split happened. Jinx was asked to speak with Irina, and the rest of you were asked to speak with the master of the land, Strahd von Zarovich. These were happening at the same time. And when you came back together, of course, you have some time before the wedding, but not a lot. And you took this time to go and explore and try to retrieve your items, which Ismar, Irina's brother, had pointed you in the direction of where he saw the ghouls taking your, or the whites, I think they are actually, taking your armor down into the dungeons. And when we last left off, you were looking over a pit of water, and there was something moving in the water. Can I get... Can I get someone... You know what? No, I don't want someone. I want all of you to roll for me. D20s.
D20s.
Just straight D20s.
It's a big ask.
Shoot, why won't won't this clear my dice for me? I clicked on D12 instead.
Oh no!
There we go.
Let's see, I need to go here.
Oh, twinsies with Ephraim.
Put on my Ravenloft dice.
Getting there. We're still level 10, yeah?
Yes.
Interesting.
So there's movement in the water, and as you're all sort of peering to see what it is, you watch as Ephraim's bag sort of floats up to the top. Not Ephraim. Flat top, sorry. And looking around, you can see the rest of your bags and items. Does not seem that your bags have been opened and emptied, just tossed in there.
Rude. If Gerald's sphere's broken, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Now I kind of want to roll to see if it's broken.
No.
Roll for me a D100. All right, your 46 has been noted. But yeah, you can notice that amongst your, like, again, this is a room beneath you filled with water. It's dark, it's murky. You can see some lumpy things amidst the debris, and of course, your items.
Can Jinx see his armor?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that would have sunk.
No, the water here is not terribly deep, I don't think. So, like, you're able to see it, even if it's, like, partially submerged. Just double check to make sure that I'm remembering things correctly. Yeah, the water's not that deep. It's just murky, and it's dark down here. You only have, like, the light from the brazier behind you, if you've got the, what's it called? The curtains pulled open.
Well, we found her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the water deep enough to conceal a creature? Or is it like inches deep?
Give me a insight or investigation roll.
It's gonna be insight. Okay, so that's actually a 21.
The water's about 3 feet deep.
Can I use my dark vision to try and see if there's anything moving in the water?
Roll me a... We're gonna make this an investigation roll. I want you to roll me an investigation to see if you can spot something so specific.
That's a 21.
21. You don't see any movement currently, but I will say with a 21 you're able to sort of put some pieces together. Flat Top's bag moved up, and there is no current in this water.
That's not good. That means it's a ghost.
There's definitely something fishy going on here.
Fishy, I get it.
So great. Hey, does anyone have like a way to get our stuff without going into the water? Because I think maybe there's probably something in there.
I have mage hand.
Well,
That's pretty good.
could also outrun whatever's there. You can pick up more stuff. Number one.
Now, does our bag of stuff weigh more than 10 pounds?
Probably. A backpack itself
Then it-
is like 10 pounds, if I remember correctly.
Then
For
it can't- the
D&D.
hand can't. Yeah, the hand can't carry more than 10 pounds.
But-
I mean,
No,
Okay, but
Technically, I
what
could
if we
walk.
have? What if we have the hand lift a 10-pound pole, and then the pole's doing the lifting, but the hand's lifting the pole, so
That-
that way it gets around it.
it's not how this works.
Wow. Okay.
The leveraging
Go on,
force. Okay, no.
Big
I
ones.
lied. The backpack is only 5 pounds, but I think you're carrying more than 5 pounds in your bags.
The armor would for sure be more than 10 pounds. I mean, it's studded leather, but that's still gonna weigh.
I think studded
I'd say
leather is like
Ephraim might
12 pounds?
volunteer to run down because he can technically run down and run across water, so he might be fast enough to like dash and grab it and dash back up.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Jinx's
What's the
eyes
worst
get
that can
very
happen?
big when you say you can walk on water.
I can't walk on it. Technically, I can run on water, not walk.
Well, walking is just a slow run anyway, so.
Yeah, you just just like walking.
Yeah.
Just don't think about what's under your feet.
All right.
Do we have? Could you ping us the general location of where we're seeing some of our stuff, or is it just kind of scattered?
It's just kind of scattered. It looks like someone took your things and just,
Or just like tossed them?
yeah, fully yeet. So what I want you to do here, Ephraim,
Yes.
is roll for me a d4.
Okay. Let's roll the d4, and that's a 1.
Okay, cool. So you run down, and as you pick up something, you get to choose whose items you're picking up. You're moving back, Wayne. And we'll say that you're... Yeah, we'll say that you're right there. You're moving to head back as you've grabbed these items when something tries to grab you.
Uh-oh.
Right. I'm going to. Well, Ephraim is going to just, based on him instinctively always dodging out of attacks, he's going to try and just kind of sidestep it.
Yeah, so the opportunity attack as you kind of move away fails, but you can all see this sort of sluggish, sort of undead figure.
Ouch.
And yeah, there's an enemy here. And so at this point,
Do
Ephraim, you can do what you'd like if you'd like to get back on top of the little balcony, if you want to fight, whatever you want to do here.
I wonder. Let's say for what's easier? Could I be carrying Flat Top's bag of guns?
Sure, you can
Or
have flat
his-
tops items, yeah.
So would I be able to toss it to the edge of the balcony as opposed to running all the way up?
Yeah, totally.
All right. So that would be Ephraim's action would be to kind of toss up the bag.
Well, we're not
over to,
in full initiative, so you can do
Okay.
a lot of things here.
All right.
But you
Okay.
just know that there's danger now.
Yep. As he sees a zombie, he's gonna be like, he's probably gonna call out shamblers or
Mhm.
something to that effect, and toss up the bag, and just, maybe you might wanna aim for their eyeballs. And then he's going to probably make some distance if he still can. Mostly he's gonna try and get to wherever the next person's item is. So let's say, Valen or Jinx. I'm gonna roll a 1d4. Let's see. 2, 1, 2. So even for Valen. What's Valen's stuff?
I think Valen's got too much stuff. I'm a magic user.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did that.
What would be the most important thing?
I would say just imagine that everyone's stuff is kind of clumped together, even if, because like you each white only had one person's items, so when they tossed it, it's
Yeah.
all
They all talk in
yeah.
direction.
Yeah, so all of the single person's items are all generally close together.
So I'm gonna say Ephraim's gonna make a beeline to wherever the next bunch of stuff is, and just kind of aim to. By the time they're gonna start fighting, he wants to be in a position where he can run back up and give the stuff to everybody else. So I'd say the only other thing he's gonna do is try and make a beeline for wherever the rest of everything is.
Okay. I want you then to roll for me athletics.
Yes. Oh God. 12.
12. 12 I think is enough to grab both Jinx and Valen's items without getting struck, but you will reveal that there are more of the enemies here.
Great.
Outstanding.
And I think at this point, as you toss up Jinx and Valen's items, with just enough for basics to be grabbed, not enough time for armor to be put on, unfortunately, I would like us to roll initiatives.
Shamblers.
Oh,
That's an absolute shit initiative for Jinx.
Wait, it's showing me. I roll a 1? Yeah. That's what I got.
One.
Did 2 people roll nat ones?
I rolled a nat 1, or it's showing I rolled a nat 1, or
Yeah, me and Ephraim
Yeah.
both rolled on that one.
yeah.
Yikes. I rolled a nat 4.
No, you're not. No, I want this one. Alrighty. Oh, that's unfortunate, Mr. Zombie. Alright, Flat Top gets to go first.
Yeah. We are going to push up, and just because we do not have a gun, we are going to go ahead and throw some firebolts. $13 and a 15 a day.
13 and 15 at a hit.
For a total of 11 damage, it looks like. Yes.
Alright.
Cool. That'll be my turn for now.
Which one were you aiming at?
A. And then let me see. I might actually have something else. Hold on. Bonus actions. Give me. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the law to our good friend Ephraim.
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim will gain, if I remember correctly, I believe my risk is a D10. All right, cool. They'll gain 10 temp HP.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
And then if anything hits Ephraim, I believe I get a free reactionary attack toward them.
All right, sounds good.
Let's see. Yes.
All right. Well then it is our zombie's turn. And zombie A is gonna go for Ephraim.
So real quick, the wording on this is you can take a reaction to make a ranged attack using a weapon. Does that include spells?
Typically no, but I'll allow it this time.
Hell yeah.
Finger guns.
First it's gonna try and get its claws into Ephraim. The first one's gonna be a 17 to hit.
18 misses.
All right, cool. And the next attempt also misses. And then it's gonna try and bite Ephraim. And misses. So Ephraim's fine. Able to hold the thing back and at bay. As Jinx, we come to your turn.
Great. Am I able to see Zombie A from where I'm at, or would I have to move?
There is 7 feet between the top of the balcony and the start of the water, so I'm to say that if you're from there, it's got a lot of cover, so moving up would be the best way to get a visual.
Move up to next to Flat Top. I was able to successfully conceal all my weapons last time, so I still have my daggers. So I'm gonna throw my very sharp dagger at Zombie A. That's a 17. And I will get sneak attack because Ephraim's right there. Oh, hell yeah, my sneak attack went up. It's 23 points of damage total
Alright,
from that.
I need to check something here real quick. Alright, that's a zombie down.
Fantastic. I'm going to spin and flick my offhand dagger at Zombie D with my Nick attack. This one's just a regular dagger, though. That's a 21 to hit.
Yes.
And it does 4 points of piercing.
Oh, right here. And you did
And then
say
just because I can.
D,
D,
right?
yeah. Yeah, the next closest one to the platform.
That's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Zombie Dave got hit with that 4 points. And then with, I have a little bit of movement left, so I'm just going to back up a little bit from the ledge. And
Beautiful.
That'll be my turn.
Alright, B is going to start shambling forward. Action dashes. Alright, and Ephraim, it's your turn.
Okay, let's see. Quick and clean. Ephraim is going to maneuver or just move over to where zombie B is, just right here, and he is going to attempt to kick its teeth out, I guess.
Go for it.
Let's see. First strike should probably hit. That's a 26. I'll do both my attacks then. Let's see. Second one is a 19, 14, 23. So both of these attacks hit. I'm gonna use my bonus action and flurry of blows as well. So if I just do all 4 attack rolls at once,
Yeah.
I can burn off a focus point here.
Go for it.
Burn off 1 focus. Do a flurry of blows. I think 11 probably misses.
11 will hit.
11 will hit. Okay.
They're zombies.
Alright,
They ain't got much
that's-
armor.
Okay, so 15. So all 4 hits land. So I'm gonna roll 48 plus 20, I think. And that is 15 plus 20, 35 force damage. And then Ephraim is going to move. Let's see, I have a little bit of them left. Because he's just basically gonna like try and do as much damage as possible and then move a little bit. Yeah. So just move a little bit over here just to make him waste that attack or try to waste the opportunity attack.
Well, what happens here is that as your attacks go into the zombie here, you see as parts of the reverberation cause the body to break apart. But by the time that you are leaving, the body is dropping down. You killed it.
Well, they drop quick. And that is Ephraim's turn.
All right, beautiful. Zombie C also gonna action dash to shamble forward. You can hear the sloshing of the water, and he does not have to dash to close distance with Ephraim, and goes in for the bite first. And absolutely misses. But then the hands come up attempting to claw. First attack on the claw is an 18 to hit.
18, yeah, meets it, beats it. So yes, that hits.
Alright, that's 17, or not 17, wow. 7 slashing damage. And then...
damage. Going to negate that, take a reaction to reduce it to 0 basically. With deflect attack, so 1d10 plus 15.
Yeah.
That basically...
Yeah, easily done. But this, I believe, will also proc the attack from slow hand.
Yes.
Yes.
So we will. It's like a 19 for an extra 4 damage on top.
Beautiful.
Your audio's coming a little low, Thresh.
Oh, I just changed microphones because I realize I'm back at my desk. It should be a little bit better now.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Thanks for letting me know.
Alright, with that, that was attack 1 on the claw. We've got attack 2. And it's a miss. Alright. Valen, what are we doing?
A firebolt zombie D. A 14.
Yeah. Alright, anything else from Valen?
Take a look. No, I'm just kidding. That's my turn.
Alrighty. He shambles forward. And F does as well. but you can see that F does not go for Ephraim, but is instead trying to climb up the
Bam.
balcony.
No, no, no.
But his hands are slippery.
He's
'cause
got-
all
Yeah, he's all
wet.
wet.
He's got claws, though. Claws
He's
help.
all wet.
It's Flat Top's turn.
I'm gonna bully this one like a kid trying to get out of the pool and you step on his head. No. We'll keep the action going. We'll shoot over at D. Ooh, that's a 9.
A 9 will hit.
Oh, really? All right. Well, and then a crit. So wow.
If you want to move your crit to something else, because it's up to you.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and do that. So the first one was 9-5, so that's 14 damage to the D.
All
And
right,
then we'll move the crit over, which would be
20 plus 8 and 4.
yeah, so 32.
Yeah. Cool.
We'll put that one on the F.
All right. Great.
Really
That's
step on his head.
that's 2 down.
Does Ephraim still
Oh,
have
yeah.
temp HP for me or no?
Yeah, he still does. He hasn't been hit.
All right, cool. So
technically.
that should stick around.
all right. Jinx, it's your turn.
Okay, Jinx is gonna move up to the edge again, and he's going to insightful fighting Zombie C. Is there any point in me rolling an insight?
No.
I can't roll less than a 21.
They have a -3 on charisma. Like,
Perfect. Oops. Come on, D&D Beyond. Just work with me a little bit one time. Okay, I'm gonna throw my very sharp dagger at C. Oh, it's so close to being a crit, but that's a 31 to hit. I don't get sneak attack on here. It's always a mile and a half away on my sheet. So that's 27 points to C.
all right,
Is C still up?
barely.
I'll throw my nick attack at him. That's 27 to hit. And it does 1 more point. Is it dead?
Nope.
Damn it. And then I'll just back up like I did last time.
All right, Ephraim, you've got 2 of these zombies left. One barely hanging in there. And the other one hasn't been struck yet. What do you want to do?
Ephraim.
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh,
I
no.
thought I was muted. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to BC.
Yeah.
Where the immediate threat first, and he's gonna try and kick at its ankles, I guess. So, an 11 probably hits again. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just run the damage on this one first. So that's 13 force.
Dead.
Okay.
It had
And
2
then he's gonna
HP
move
left.
over.
Damn it. I could have done it.
You
if I
could
rolled
have.
higher.
You could have, and I was just hoping for it.
Oh.
50-50 chance.
And then let's see. Not gonna burn off a focus hit point this time. Just one more attack and then one more bonus attack. So both unarmed strikes. I'll just roll both attacks. 11 again. It stopped at 20 for like half second. I was like, oh, it's so close. But no. And 15. So I'm guessing both hit. So that'll be 2d8 plus 10. And that is 13 plus 10, 23 force damage to the zombie. And Ephraim's going to stay where he is at this point.
All right. All right, Valen, it is your turn.
I'll just try and firebolt the one that's left.
Yes. Exactly the amount you needed.
Oh my god.
And so, with that, you're no longer bound to initiative.
All right. Good job, everyone. Let's go home.
Well, before you go
Must be
home,
nice having dry feet. Everyone's gonna say from down there, like,
I'm not gonna be dry for much longer. Because I gotta put that wet armor on.
Yeah.
yeah.
Does any of our magic types know how to prestidigitate?
Where's Mordenkainen? Hobnobbin.
Yeah, hobnobbing.
yeah, he's talking to all the other peoples up there.
Oh, he's schmoozing?
He's schmoozing. You got so many people up there?
Rubbing elbows.
Kissing hands and
winning-
shaking babies?
Damn it.
Gordon kind of would do that, actually, I feel.
I know one Mordenkainen that would probably do that. Caitlin's face.
We don't gotta talk about that.
Ah.
Can I see that there's two little doorways up ahead? Isn't
You can definitely see that there's like stairways and whatnot. You've got the big one at the back and then two offshoots.
I'll take a risk and just kind of wait up ahead a little bit, see if there's any further threats. But
I don't think so. I don't think there's further threats. Here's my map.
you all want to come down, or should I go check?
I guess we should all join up and go down.
Not going into that water.
We all have our gear back, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll join you. We can figure it
Jinx-
out, scout it out a bit.
Okay, so
Jinx is too busy checking on Gerald.
Gerald's fine.
thank
Before
God.
we get too far in that, this is. Hold on, we'll turn back to that page in a second.
That's just a sideways
What
Tumblr
is
logo. What are you
that?
doing?
It's a thing.
The
Little
logo
jet
got
plane.
kicked over.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Oh,
So, go ahead and place yourselves where you'd be walking.
Does it take a full minute to don armor?
Depends on which armor it is. Some armors take 5 minutes.
I imagine it's gonna take 5 for wet studded leather. It's not gonna be a fun time putting that back on.
That stuff's gonna stink. Itch.
is the water kind of draining down these stairwells, or?
No.
What you feeling? You want to go left or right?
Let's take a look around the corner, but I don't see anything.
Oh, I did not pay attention to where you guys were walking. I was looking up donning armor. Alright, can I have just a couple seconds here real quick. To check where you guys are at. Okay. I only need to do this twice. Alright, cool. There's been nothing so far in the waters, but you do have the 2 stairs, each leading to different dungeon cells.
Dungeon cells.
Well, areas of the dungeon with multiple cells each.
Do the doors seem well? Is it like a heavy door on like both sides that we can see here, or is it just an entrance?
No, it's just a rusty iron door. Though the water is, because the stairs go down. The water there is 5 feet rather than the 3 feet you're walking through.
Good. More monk to wade into. Can we see any like? Remember, last plot out. Do you wanna? Is it worth checking these? The water's deeper down here.
Wait it, or you want to get the crew? Maybe there's an easier way up through these stairs over here, and we can get them down.
Well, if we head up, we'll be back in the main hall. I suspect. Might be better if we backtrack to that room with the puzzle. I want to take a quick peek through one of these doors at least to see what's in here. You mind covering me while I do that? I'm gonna say everyone tries to open or see what's behind this door here to the north. So you can see and then report back.
There's not much to see through like the little peek through.
Yep.
You just see the corridor and the rest of the doors that open up to the cells, but you don't see actually within the cells themselves. If you want to try and open it, I will ask for an athletics check.
Definitely not a strong person, but gotta check if I have a crowbar. I don't think I have a crowbar. Okay. Just a flat athletics check. Yeah, Ephraim is not. The water's way too slippery.
Unable to open the door from the pressure of the water.
Can I hear anything from the door?
No.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, you hear
I'm
sloshing
gonna
water
turn
from
back.
your efforts, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Can I provide a help
No,
action?
no sounds of like people or anything like that.
Nope.
Prisoners. Okay.
Can I come in and provide help action, or?
I mean, you can try and open it yourself.
All right, fine. Maybe I will. Shit. You said athletics.
Yep.
How's a 9? A big hefty 9.
You do not open the door.
Wow. Wow. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Get better.
Where do you get off? All right, well, let's go back at the team.
Alright. And then
Meanwhile,
we go.
Jinx is using these curtains
In the
to do
Hall
his
of Justice.
best to dry off the studded leather armor before he attempts putting it on.
Yeah. It's not perfect, but it's better than where it was before.
You know what? I'll take it.
You look weird.
Yeah.
That's the first thing Ephraim can say as he climbs back.
God damn.
You look Wet and frustrated.
I'm always one of those things. The shamblers didn't help. There's not. Is there anything worth looking around in the soggy area here?
You want to look around the soggy area here?
Nope, absolutely not. Griffin will come back up, and he's be like, yeah, if I were like one of the other Dragonborn, I could just probably breathe and dry myself off. But no.
Just confirm
I
again,
can-
we don't have anyone that can prestidigitate. No friendly spellcasters in our group. No one maybe named Valen or anything like that.
Not everyone knows prestidigitation.
Fuck.
I can make a starry wisp.
Also, why do we need a little separate map for that little J hook that we went down here? This little
Reasons.
hallway that's already on this map.
Reasons.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
I
Alright, so what's your plan from here? Do you want to head back up to make sure that you don't miss the wedding?
I need to find that last item.
Well, if you miss the wedding, Irina's gonna be upset. Because one of you has to be in the wedding party.
Do we have any concept of how much time is left before the ceremony?
I'd say by this point, because it did take a bit of time to get down to the dungeons and searching around for everything, I'd say you've got maybe 25 minutes or so, not quite half an hour.
Do you want to cast a stone into the fire, and then head to the wedding?
I've been thinking about this. And when has Strahd ever been helpful? What if these are all meant to sound like helpful things, but they're not helpful at all, and then we're in like the Ember Temple again? Because that was in a mountain, and one of them was a mountain peak or whatever. Then the campaign's over.
Everyone, it's over. Irina's dead. Worst ending.
That's a campaign ending decision right there.
Fortunately, you can't save yourself your way out of this. So.
Yeah, so guys, Irina really doesn't want to get married.
That's fair.
Yeah, she asked me to. She asked me to unalive her.
You can say kill, it's fine. I'm not monetized.
Yeah, were we doing TikTok rules here?
But that Jinx would say that. Jinx is very upset at this request.
Alright, fair enough.
I love
I'm
Jinx.
speaking in character. She said if it came to that, she wanted me to.
Understood.
And I promised her it wouldn't come to that.
That's a big promise.
Yep, it sure is. But I mean, that's kind of why we came here, right? So I figured it wasn't, that far-fetched of a promise.
Sure.
What if we could? Well, I know there's time for this, but would there be a way to make it seem like she died?
Hmm.
And we bring her back.
Then we bring her down here, and we get her to throw one of the stones in the fire. And poof, she's gone.
Well, I can, with my training, I can cure blindness, deafness, paralysis, or poison. So some combination of that would make it appear she was dead. You
How are we going to get
download it.
Irina
That's
out
what we
of
want.
everyone's sight?
Yeah.
There were 3 spawn in the bridal chamber with her when I was up there. Although at least one of them was pretty jealous. So maybe that one would be okay if we removed Irina.
Maybe. What, like kill her?
I'm just thinking out loud here, but what if Strahd has some way to track her too?
He can see through at least one painting. So, I'm sure there's other paintings you can see through in this place.
What if we could we at least temporarily, he's going to do the air quotes, unalive Strahd? That the wedding would therefore no longer continue.
That's the thing, though. How do we kill him?
Also, there's that crystal with a heartbeat, which seems important because I don't know any other crystals with heartbeats. Well, I did know one, someone named Crystal one.
Above table, Valens of the mind that finding the last item is probably going to be their best bet to get answers.
Even if the wedding happens, there's presumably still a very short window of time between that and when Strahd tries to turn Irina into a spawn, but we don't know how big that window of time is.
Yeah, there's gotta be a wedding reception. You don't go straight to the wedding night.
You say so.
I was thinking though, I have my stuff. If I attend the reception or the wedding, maybe I could be behind the officiant and subtly throw a dagger so that the hilt hits him in the back of the head, and maybe I knock him unconscious. Then, oh, there's no one to officiate the wedding. Guess we're gonna have to postpone it. Darn. In Arena though.
Did she ask you to kill her before the wedding itself?
She,
Or is it
I
before she
believe,
would?
I believe what she said was, "I really don't want this wedding to happen. Please kill me if it comes to that."
We can find out here in a second. I just
Oh,
scroll.
I
that makes it
listened to the
simpler.
recording earlier today. I'm trying to remember.
Well, if it's a matter of stopping the wedding, I'm sure there's other ways.
Yeah, we disappear the officiant.
So she did say, "Do not let me marry that monster. I would rather die than be his." And then the promise was, "Promise you will cut my throat before he can sink into it his fangs." So
So her preference is to not be married. Her priority is to not be a spawn.
yes,
Well, to thread the needle a bit, we have time until she's spawn, even if she is married. But I feel like disrupting the marriage would probably be something Strahd a fair bit of grief. Because it's something he wants. To take it away from him, it's possible it'll make him act erratically.
Possibly.
Can we set a
Either
fire in the wedding hall?
you can always try.
either way, if you guys decide to keep searching for that item, I think I should attend the wedding.
You think you're
Jinx
gonna
is
want to work back
struggling
up at that
really
level?
hard.
Split the party, always a good idea.
I mean, yeah.
I think Ephraim's in favor of going to the reception just to see if there's a way to disrupt while it's happening, because his belief is that Strahd is cool and collected, but disrupting it will make him flip his shit. That's probably the best way to work. One of the most efficient ways to get through this.
Jinx still feels guilty for Arena getting captured in the first place, so he really doesn't want to break a promise that he made to her. Um, so yeah, his vote would be to head up to the ceremony. And then, like Ephraim said, if there's a way to disrupt it, perfect. They'll be real pissed when they see me with my armor on, but I'm going to say that I wanted to make myself look as presentable as possible for this wedding. And I'm wet because I had a very quick bath. Don't worry about it. Wouldn't be the first time someone asked, "Why is this cat wet?"
What do Valen and Flat Top make of our next steps?
Well, if we're sending somebody to go to the wedding, I feel like it's dangerous to send them alone. So I feel, as much as splitting the party isn't a good idea, I feel a 3-1 split is a worse idea. So I'm happy to tag along to go to the wedding as well. Or if we want to do it another way, that's fine too. But we gotta, we should get our affairs in order to make it make sense.
Valen would say he's adamant about this item because the distractions are well and good, but if it really irks him to the point where he does attack us and we don't know anything, we're not leaving this castle alive.
Fair.
Do we have an idea of where that item could be, potentially?
All you remember, for those of you that were for the reading, was above a burning woman, or beneath,
Oh, right, yeah, we're
A
expecting a
woman
painting or
above
something,
a
right?
fire.
a woman above a
Fine,
So
fire.
yeah,
okay.
we were thinking maybe it's a painting above a fireplace.
And
I think it's supposed to be a book or something.
and the red thing in on that whatever it was. Let me pull up
That
the
said
thing here.
lore. I have
It said
red dash lore.
So that's
in my
either going to be a
notes.
study or a library.
Hopefully it's in the castle.
Well, if we are going to split, then I say Jinx and one other person go to the reception, and then Valen and another person go and try and find this item.
So,
Rock, paper, scissors for who goes to wedding, or do you have a preference?
that was just about to be my question. Are you all going to the ceremony and then splitting at the reception?
I think Valen brought up the point is if we did manage to disrupt it and it angered Strahd enough that he attacked us then and there, we would be in a much worse position if we didn't have this item. If I'm understanding what Connor was saying.
Yeah.
Well, the ceremony happens before the reception. And so if you split now, and if the ceremony gets interrupted, that's going to be 2 people there to deal with that. Unless you let the ceremony happen.
Also true. That's also true.
It might be worth it to let the ceremony happen so Strahd feels at ease. Maybe use the reception to save Irina. Because the wedding itself is for show, right? It's not going to turn her. He's not going to turn her at the wedding itself. That'll happen later.
And at the ceremony, all eyes are going to be on the bride and groom, whereas at the reception, it'll only be most of the eyes. So it might be easier to do something at the reception than at the ceremony itself.
I'll try not to start anything at the ceremony. I guess do we attend the ceremony and then we two of us can, Valen and Laptop can look for the item, and then Jinx and I, we can try and see if there's a way to separate Irina from her undead husband.
Yeah. Maybe I can ask her for a dance or something, and then I don't know, something else from there.
Valen's really hesitant about this, but he'll note the hesitance. But if this is the best plan, then fine.
All right. Then it sounds like we've got a wedding to get to.
Cool. Are we not going to check out the rest of this? All right.
I don't believe you are.
That's cool.
I don't think there's time.
So, wedding is going to be happening in our chapel over here. Now, the pews aren't a mess like they are in this. They have been fixed and replaced and set up nicely. I just don't have a map for that. So, you see that other guests have started filling in the seating as you come through, though Jinx, you are instead of directed to a seat, directed up to the front where there is the space for you to be a groomsman. Standing next to the beautiful man that was speaking to Rahadin and was outside of Irina's room earlier. But the chapel here, it is awash with torchlight, whispers from the guests as they sit in the pews. You hear a soft harp music floating down from the balcony. It is competing with the storm that rages outside. Every so often, the lightning flashes, and you see that it riles up the bats that cling to the ceiling here. Up near the altar, there is Strahd at the right side, Rahadin at his side, and then of course, the beautiful young man, and then Jinx now as well. On the other side of the altar are the women you had seen in the room. 4 of them you see are present, and no expense has been spared to make this chapel beautiful. But even still, you can see that there are blood stains that are on the ancient tiles. Attempted to have been scrubbed away, but lingering. The altar is chipped and stained. ancient and weather-worn, except for a silver statuette. It is carved into the likeness of a priest kneeling in supplication. And as each of you sort of enter, Strahd catches your eyes and offers a fanged smile, a not quite impressed smirk seeing you with your armor and weaponry. As you are led to your seats, sort of ushered through, you notice that the party is not seated together. You are interspersed amongst the other guests. I'd like for some insights to be rolled.
Is that just the people in the seating, or do I roll that too?
You can roll that as well. Anyone can have this information. It's just who will be able to make use of it.
17.
Next, buddy.
22.
Yeah, Max. Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, those dice are kind of cool. Blue and purple ones.
Oh, yeah, the Aurora dice?
Yeah, those things is kind of cool.
Right. You're all able to pick up on this. Where you are seated, you've been seated next to people who are not explicitly allies. People who are either loyal to Strahd or are choosing either neutrality or just have not pledged their allegiance yet. And so you are in waters with enemies swimming. And you are I think, you know what, no, I think we're gonna take our break here and we'll get the full wedding in whole when we come after our break rather than splitting that up. So we'll have our break and then we'll come back to a wedding.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You are sat or standing as the ceremony begins. Arabelle is the first to walk down the aisle and scatters posies as she does so. And you watch as the flowers wilt the moment that they touch the floor of the chapel. You can hear, of course, Luvash in the guests as he gushes about his daughter, proud of this honor. Not far behind her are the ring bearers, Brom and Bray Martikov. Between them, they cradle a scarlet satin pillow. You can see upon it 2 golden rings. They glitter with ruby, diamond, and onyx. And very different to Luvash, the Martikovs get more tense as the 2 boys near Strahd, especially their mother, Danica. And then the music changes. A bridal chorus. And as the doors are supposed to open, and Irina's supposed to arrive down the aisle, neither happen. The music plays onwards, but it is slowed and stuttered and awkward, as things are not going to plan. And as long as you have a passive perception of 12 or higher, you can hear a conversation happening on the other side of the chapel doors. And you recognize Ismark's voice. You can hear his pleads, his demands for Irina to snap out of it, to run away with him right now. Does anyone do anything hearing this?
I'll kind of look to the group to see the kind of general vibe.
We're not seated.
It might be early to start some shit, but it sounds like this might be a good opportunity to start some shit.
Now, do remember that you are not seated directly next to your companions. There are enemies in between and scattered about.
Is it possible to, kind of look around and get eye contact to get a general feel?
Oh, yes. I'm just letting you know that if you try and start shit, the way that the chessboard is set up.
If Ephraim catches anyone's eye from take a head to slightly. We'll keep an eye and look back at the
I couldn't really hear Samir's audio just then very well.
Can you hear me now? Is it still?
Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Okay, no problem. I was gonna say, if he catches his eye, he's very slightly, and then gonna keep an eye and ear out for. Well, he's also gonna gauge the reactions of the people he's seated around. Like, are they also like tensed up or ready to defend the room, essentially, or not?
anyone looking around to the other people here, most of them are not moving to act, even if they are either upset at the situation or concerned. The only one that seems ready to move beyond any of your actions is Rahadin, Strahd's right hand.
Let's- How closely to one of the side walls am I positioned in the wedding party? Like, could I slip around one side of the room without being noticed too much?
Yes and no. You are the furthest placement of the groomsmen, but you are also at the front of the altar, so like you can move and not walk down the aisle, but you wouldn't be like unnoticed.
Yeah. I was gonna maybe try and get out and talk to Arena to try and convince her to just play the part a little bit longer, but I can do that from where
Valen
I
was
am.
thinking, I wonder if there's a way that Valen can maybe convince. He's thinking like he's playing his part too in his mind, and he was gonna try and convince Rahadin to let him try and calm Ismark down and use the argument that it is the wedding count's wedding day, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't want any necessary or unnecessary blood spilled on his wedding day.
Now, just a reminder, Rahadin is currently still at the altar. He stands next to Strahd up there. So
Oh.
you can still do this, but at that point Rahadin will have already stepped down. So him looking ready to move. If anyone wants to roll an insight check here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Nope.
Be a 21.
21. 21 is enough for Jinx to get this. Rahadin wants this wedding to go well. He does not want to cause any undue strife upon Strahd. If he moves and goes down to speak to Ismark and Irina, it will only be to make sure that the wedding happens.
Ismark had his weapon though.
Ismark did have his weapon.
If Ismark chooses to start some shit, he's not gonna have the protection of
the guests, right?
Of the guests right anymore.
This is very true.
Is everyone cool if I try and just talk to Rahadin really quick and be like, can I please go talk to Irina real quick?
I'm just afraid he'll ask why you're talking to her and not Ismark instead.
Well, they're both out there.
They're both out there, so like, let me just go talk to them real quick.
It's still unsettling, the screams that you can hear echoing around Rahidin. But as you bring up talking to them, he looks at you. Well, she did ask you a personal favor. Perhaps you and her together can talk sense into her brother.
I'm sure we'll be able to. I'll be so fast.
Alright. So, Jinx, do you then move out to speak to Ismark and Irina?
Yep.
Alright. when you get out there, you do see Irina and Ismark. Ismark, who is now increasingly distraught, and with your insane insight, you can see that Irina is very clearly charmed. Like, she doesn't seem as distraught as she did when she was speaking to you before. In that brief moment where she wasn't putting on an act. Right here, she seems the perfect bride. But Ismark, this is not computing with him. He sees this and is worried out of his mind, and he sees you, he's... Why are you allowing this tragedy to happen? You stand up there with the devil himself.
I'm going to speak as quietly as I can. Ismark, please, you trusted us once. Please trust us again. We all have our parts to play. But the show is not over yet.
I would like for you to roll me a persuasion roll.
25.
He is... You can see a desperation and an anger inside of him. But you can also see that he understands that you speak the truth. Fine. Right. You see the wisdom in your words.
It'll be okay.
And with that, Jinx, you return to your spot amongst the other groomsmen at the altar. And the bridal chorus begins once more from the top. You can hear a bit of a hesitation in the beginning in case there's a repeat, but as the doors open and you see Ismark and Irina there, the play becomes more confident. You see all of you as Irina is escorted down the aisle, and she is radiant. Her auburn hair is like fire in the torchlight here, and the flames dance within the ruby pendant that hangs around her neck. The crowd around you hushes. Men leer and women glower, and Rahadin claps Strahd on the shoulder. The two men sharing a smile. But there are those here that aren't smiling. Among this flock of fools and sycophants, Irina Kolyana bears no expression. Her eyes are dull, distant. They're glazed open, and her glazed over, and her lips are lax. As she walks, marches down the aisle, it is without fear, without effort. Her every step seems light, every motion graceful, as expected of a perfect bride. Ismark is grimacing. He holds his sister for what might be the last time. He's grimacing as he delivers her to the very monster that stopped their father's heart. And yet when Ismark glances at you, first Jinx as he joins amongst the groomsmen's line and the rest of you out in the crowd, you see that there is hope that burns in his eyes. The show is not yet over. You would all hear as Rahadin leans in to tell Strahd, "She's beautiful, brother." And he smiles. "So she is. My beautiful Tatiana, returned after all these years apart." Father Lucian Petrovich. You met him in Valaki not too long ago. He helped you with a cursed amulet. And now he has been brought in to officiate this cursed wedding. As he looks around, as everyone begins to settle in their seats once more. Dearly beloved, dearly despised, we are gathered here tonight to witness the wedding of Count Strahd Vanzarovich, son of Barov, and Irina, daughter of Kolyan. We are here today to witness the culmination of a courtship that has spanned 4 centuries and several lives. But this is not the final chapter. The warmth of his grace's love shall nourish Barovia, shall thaw its stony heart, and ring out across our fair country like the thunder of a just God. Their love is a beacon of hope. If only Irina's late father could see her joy this day. She comes an orphan, just as our Lord Strahd has lived for so many years. From their shared sorrow, the seed of a new family will bloom. Count Strahd Vanzarovich, he is the ancient, he is the land, and his joy is our joy. His hope is our hope. His love is our love. All is not well in Barovia, but starting today, it shall. With our liege's shattered heart mended, so too shall we as one people, as one country heal. All will at last be well. After this strained speech, something that seemed more rehearsed than natural, Father Lucian clears his throat. You can see trepidation, you can see fear as he asks, "If there is any amongst you that have just cause for why these 2 people ought not be wed, speak now, or forever hold your peace." Before any of you could even consider an objection, the doors open.
Oh, thank God. The pressure's on someone else.
There is warm light that floods the chapel, filling from the entry, and it is different than the guttering torchlight you have seen so far in the castle. But you see 2 figures that step out of that light. 2 figures known to you. A young man in simple monk's robes, and a woman in a wedding dress.
Oh no.
You see the abbot and Vasilka here. You will find, abbot says, that I object to this union. Whispers burst out amongst the guests. You can feel the anger in Rahadin's glare as he's narrowed his gaze across the chapel.
If somebody looks at Flat Top, he's just gonna put, "Hey, I'm not involved with this one."
But Strahd's smile remains easy and unchanged. The abbot steps fully into the chapel, and you can see the dead posies on the floor beginning to regain color and life at his feet. This vapid noble is by no means the perfect bride. Look at her. Weak of mind and body, uncultured and brash, barely above a peasant. She
You
is
don't need to be rude about it.
She is flawed, and I offer to you, Lord Strahd, the perfect bride. The bride that will light your heart and set you free. I offer the cure to Barovia's disease. Cast this trollop aside and embrace Vasilka.
I'd say Ephraim at this point is basically staring. He's kind of like ignoring Strahd in favor of staring at the abbot. Because I think he probably missed the part where the abbot, but at the same time, he's never particularly liked the abbot from when they met before. So he's not gonna do anything. He's just standing there, just like cautiously, I'd say, but very, very suspiciously as well.
How is Valen reacting to this?
He's trying to remain stoic, but there's just a slight hint of surprise mixed with a little fear. Like, he's really certain this is not going to end well for the abbot, but he can't do anything.
And
So
Jinx? Oh, sorry.
he's staying where he.
And Jinx, what is your reaction in this moment?
Jinx is trying to appear nonplussed, trying his best, but he is like, boy, I really hope we don't get implicated in this somehow.
There is there's a cry, a sob of horror from Lydia as she sees her dress slightly mutilated and on another woman. So she's now sobbing in the front
She
row.
was here.
How
Yes,
could that have gotten there?
she's here.
Man, that's crazy. Anyway,
Y'all were avoiding her in the front. You
I
were
was.
keeping
I
wide
sure
berth.
was. I was avoiding her so much I forgot she existed.
Yep. So at this moment, anyone looking at Strahd, who's looking at the abbot, he's still smiling, but you can see that there is no warmth in it. And he takes Irina's hand as he's still keeping that eye contact with the abbot. It is true that you fashioned for me the perfect bride. Look at her. Such beauty. Such elegance with which none can compete. But I do not desire perfection. I desire only Tatiana. And with her at my side, He looks over to Irina now, and the warmth sort of comes into his smile just a bit. It's still predatory. I will never be happier. And he turns back to the abbot. Can you not see that? It is not your mission. Is it not your mission to end this curse? My curse. Over Barovia? Is it not your duty now to trust my heart? Not yours. As these words sort of echo across the chapel, the abbot, who has seemed so sure of himself in every instance you've met with him, seems to shrink now. Seems to feel shame. The light that surrounds him dwindles. The posies at his feet wilt once more, and his hands shake. Very well then. Vasilka, follow. And the abbot leaves. So sure once upon a time, and now broken. And the chapel doors, they shut, blocking his receding light, and leaving you all in the shadows of the torchlight once more. The whispers have stopped, but you can feel the absence of those words as eyes return back to the altar, to Strahd's fanged grin. Little father, let us go on. Are there any other objections before the wedding continues?
Tempted as he is, he's going to not do anything.
Jinx, you notice where Ismark's hand sort of clenches around the hilt of his blade.
I'm just gonna gently put my hand over top of that hand. I'm not gonna look at him. I'm just gonna put my hand on his hand.
Up.
The blade remains sheathed. And so the ceremony continues. Father Lucian calls for the vows next. And Strahd, with his hands still holding Irina's. My dearest Tatya, for so long I have chased you through this nightmare. Never again shall we be apart. I will love and cherish you forever. This I vow. You are mine evermore. And then Father Lucian looks at Irina. And now, the bride's vows. I know that for a fact Jinx will see through this. But let me see if anyone else will. Goodness gracious, why are you like this? Alright, Jinx sees this. Valen does not. Ephraim dies. And
Yeah.
I don't know that Flat Top would, but
Oh.
yeah, no, Flat Top doesn't. So it's Jinx and Ephraim. While Irina is speaking her vows, most of her face is a dreamy expression, but the two of you can see the fury and the fear within her eyes as she speaks. She smiles. Strahd, my love. From the very first night you visited our home, I knew I would one day be yours, and you mine. I vow to never leave your side, to hold you and your counsel, evermore in this life or the next. I vow to honor, to love, and obey. The guests are growing uneasy. And Father Lucian announces, before gods and men, I pronounce you husband and wife. My lord, you may kiss your bride. The unease begins to bubble throughout the chapel. Will there be blood? Is this where Strahd kills his bride? Here and now. But when Strahd dips Irina and plants his lips on her, there is relief in the air.
Get him.
People you know are not pleased. Not all of them, guests. But all they can do here is smile. Politely clap. Strahd and Irina von Zarovich rise. And as they present themselves to the guest while the storm continues to rage on, those words that Jinx spoke seem ever so true. The show has not ended. With the vows exchanged and the kiss of promised death, Strahd and Irina join hands and they rush down the aisle. The guests rise as well, and there is a following procession. You could slip away now, with the river of bodies around you. Or you can wait until people are more dispersed in the in the reception itself.
Was Jinx able to see where Mordenkainen and Casimir were in the
Yes.
guests?
So Casimir was like in the way back furthest from the altar.
He was in the nosebleeds. Yeah.
Right. And then Mordenkainen was between Ergal and Luvash, sort of in the center.
We have seen hide nor hair of Esmeralda.
We've not seen Esmeralda yet, this is correct.
I'm just trying to lock eyes with everyone that I think is an ally to see what the vibe is, so we could maybe all congregate somewhere.
I think everyone's gonna try and find or keep an eye out for the room bearers. I guess he wants to make sure the kids are safe. I guess.
Yeah.
That's fair.
During the wedding procession, you can see that Brahm and Bray do make it back to Danica, but they are swept up in the river of people to the reception. I will say that if you are looking to sort of gather with beyond just your numbers, the four of you, perhaps waiting until the reception itself, where there's going to be mingling, would be less inconspicuous. Or more inconspicuous, because it would be less conspicuous, more inconspicuous. I have a grasp of the English language. I won't say that it's a good grasp, but it is there.
We have a little time until the reception.
So
People are...
the procession is to the reception, so it's not there, but you might have some time while the reception goes itself before the wedding festivities are called to a final close.
Yeah,
So
there's not
Strahd
people
and
gonna
Arena
put
aren't sitting for
moon
portraits.
away, though.
I mean, it'll be a lot easier to sit for a portrait once you're, a vampire spawn.
Just joking, because photos usually happen between the wedding and the reception.
Yeah, no. Strahd wants people out of his castle so that way he can spend the wedding night with his wife.
Interesting.
Two bites down, one bite left.
They wait until the reception, but then we are sneaking away at that point. Valen's not going to hear any arguments about it.
No, let's sneak away. Well, let's sneak away now because nothing's gonna likely happen with the reception. But
Do we want to coordinate with Mordenkainen and Casimir before we sneak off, and then the other two are like, where the hell did they all go? Are we doing this? Are we not doing this?
I agree.
Depending on how long your efforts outside of the reception take, you could always meet back up with Mordenkainen and Casimir after you do.
For sure. I just at least want to let them know, hey, don't worry, we got a thing to do. We'll be back. Also want to let Ismark know, please continue to be cool.
Ismark is easy enough for you to tell that to because he's like right next to you, Jinx.
We're working on something. We got something cooking. It's just got to simmer.
Yep.
Once there's like a gap and some people have left and Ismark and Jinx are kind of semi by themselves, if we are like straggling behind, Jinx will say that quietly to Ismark.
Fine. I understand. I'm not happy. But I understand.
I want you to be happy. I'm not thrilled either, but we've got irons in the fire.
He nods.
Please excuse me.
He'll follow along with the rest of the procession. So where to now, adventurers?
Did we get a card from Strahd for RSVPing to tell him what kind of meal we wanted at the reception?
There was no options on the card. It seems very much you're gonna get what you get. Everyone's getting the same meal. I don't think Strahd cares about dietary restrictions.
That's kind of fucked up, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, Strahd's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, well.
Strahd's many transgressions. That is for sure the worst.
I mean, look.
You
all I'm saying
mention
is
gluten-free
it better-
around Strahd and it's straight to the dungeons.
Look, all I'm saying is it better be a chicken dish because I've never had a good beef at a wedding.
It's fish.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a choice.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Well, he doesn't need to eat, so
He is truly nefarious and evil.
yeah.
I think now I'd want to kill him for an entirely different reason. Fuck this whole like we need to stop this wedding. You're force serving me wedding fish. Ooh,
Yeah, for serving wedding fish, 100%.
Jesus.
And it's not even like good fish either.
No, it never is.
It's sad Barovian fish. Of
Yeah,
course
like
it's
the
not
portions
good
are
fish.
small.
Yeah, for some reason we're doing fresh Barovian sardines.
Yeah, essentially.
Oh,
Like, you know,
No,
like how
Jinx would probably eat it.
yeah, like you know how you have like the oyster towers, and except that it's not oysters, it's just sardines.
Jesus. This is terrible.
I say we do the meetup with the others, and then we go back down to that thing and try it out.
Yep.
Oh, I just remembered something. Back when we were in the Amber Temple, Jinx saw a 3D rendering of Castle Ravenloft, and I remember saying I looked at it really hard to
Yes.
see if I could memorize whatever details I could about it.
Yes.
If I think back to that model, can I get any sort of lead on what direction might send us to where there's a fireplace?
Roll me a history roll.
This isn't gonna be good. I'm not proficient in this one. Oh, but I got a 19.
There are plenty of areas you can think of in a castle as large as this that would have a fireplace, but from recent areas that you have experienced in Barovia, one of the classic places you have seen fireplaces in are offices. And you can think of a few rooms that look to be either studies or offices. They are not anywhere close to the dungeons where the brazier room is, but you have ideas. So, just to make sure that I understand the plan here, or at least clarify this. Go to the reception, meet up, and mingle with the other allies, and then go to look for your last item? Or are you slipping away now, finding the item, and then meeting up?
We're gonna just as quickly as we can touch base with allies to let them know. Hey, keep on keeping on. We're gonna disappear for a hot minute.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, totally.
I am but one person of 4.
I know that Valen also had mentioned going in to the reception and then slipping out from there after.
It might be easier to do that because there's more people. Easier to.
Each of us can pick a different ally and we can all talk to them separately so that it goes faster.
Very true, very true.
I already know I'm going to articles and again the burgomaster of Kresk.
Alright.
Forgot his name.
Dimitri.
Dimitri, yes. So those are the two people, or the two groups I'm going to talk to. Markovs and Dimitri, and I forgot her name, but okay, hold on.
Following the procession, everybody ends up marching up the steps to this great hall. There are these huge stained glass, there's a huge stained glass window that peers to the west, and you can again see the storm that rages outside. Here, the hall is bitterly cold. It is lit only by guttering torches, failing to warm its interior. There have been tables set for the guests, wine and appetizers that are already serving, or have already been served, flowers already wilting in their vases. You see in the corner of the hall, a table is teeming with wedding presents. Most of them immaculately wrapped. Then there's the ones that you brought. At the far end of the hall is a crimson throne. Strahd leads Irina to the throne, but the new bride has no chair of her own. Instead, Strahd settles her on his lap, stroking her hair, his claws bent and ready to pull back her head so that he may sink his fangs into her delicate throat. Around you are the masses, and Strahd surveys them, smiles. My beloved servants, my people, I welcome you to this grand night. Your presence is dearly appreciated. I have waited long centuries for this day. Will at last be reunited with my long-lost love. Already I feel the pit in my heart scabbing over. Feast and be merry, for this night will be one to remember. And it is with those last words that he is looking directly at your group at the end.
Did you say he was poised to bite her now?
Poised, yes. Does not seem to have the intention, mainly showing off.
Come on, man. Almost. I'm not gonna do
Am I gonna do it now? Am I gonna do it now? You better stay and wait.
Oh. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What's his facial expression when he says that last line and he looks at us?
It's the same easy smile he's been wearing this whole night.
God damn it.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Delivered the same way somebody would say, "We can't wait to have you for dinner."
It's a 21 because I can't roll above a 10.
He's being earnest. He believes that this is a night that will be one to remember. And he is very much inviting you to feast here, to make merry, to enjoy the same joy that he is feeling. He has his long-lost love, the only thing he's coveted. So, with the bride and groom seated, you are free to socialize, to feast.
What is actually available for the
Just,
food?
there's no, like, actual meals, it's just more, like, appetizers and hors d'oeuvres. Like, it's all finger foods.
I don't know if that's worse.
There's plenty of them, though. Like, there's a lot. It's enough that you
Well,
could
yeah,
fill yourself
but-
on them, but
Well, yeah, but seeing one dude eat down a whole bunch of finger food, come on now.
most people are too afraid to eat right now.
Well,
They have plates with plenty of them on, but, like, barely touched. The wine flows freely, though.
Oh, good.
So can I let you in on a little secret?
Mm-hmm.
So when you said when it got to the part where the priest asked if there was any objections, and you said the door opened and there was two figures that came in, I thought it was going to be the Watcher Boys, like drunk and stumbling into the ceremony.
I will say that the Watcher Boys were not present at the ceremony.
They fell in a trap somewhere. I do not believe they successfully found that wine.
Fiona was pissed that her sons were not there.
I think time is even more of the essence. I don't like the way he's holding her. Should we skedaddle?
Yeah, let's do a quick check in on whoever we need to.
So it's easy to check in with your people to alert them what's going on.
We're also checking in to see like what the kids are
The kids are fine. The parent was, very worried because it's Strahd, but the kids are okay. Do you have a question? Do you tell Casimir
Dimitri?
of the way to get to the dungeons?
Does he explicitly ask us?
Well, the dungeons are where his sister is kept, and that's where what he's come here for is his sister. So, if you check in with him, he would ask what you have learned so far.
Who was checking in on Casimir? Because I think Ephraim went to talk to the Mardikovs and Dimitri, and I assumed Jinx would try and find his old pal, Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
I flat top somewhere complaining about the food.
Yeah.
So I guess that leaves. Valen. From one elf to another.
So would Valen tell Casimir how to get to the dungeons?
As a show of good faith, yes, he would.
Then Casimir is... He promises that he will join you after his business is done. And slips away. While you are checking in on people and alerting them and telling them what's up, toasts begin to happen. First, beginning with the best man, Rahadin. He brandishes a full chalice and... Silence yourselves. I've words to speak for our lord. And he turns to Strahd with a smile. Brother, I still remember the day long ago when Tatiana was brought to the castle. How your face lit up. How you warmed to her. She is beyond beauty. Those were your words. Castle Ravenloft was dark and cold before then. You were dark, brother. And your love lit these halls. And I trust it shall again. Rahadin's attention turns to Irina. And for that, my new sister, I will always be grateful. Father would be proud, Strahd. I wish only he could be here today to see you whole at last. And then Tatiana turns to the hall, raises his chalice once more. To Strahd, to Tatiana, to a union that shall weather eternity. And you hear people clapping. Not to be shown up, the bridesmaid will also stand for a toast. This is Sasha, one of the brides maids you had seen in the chamber with Irina. She waits for the applause to die down, and you all see she doesn't hide this. She looks disgusted as she looks to Irina. Irina, I'm so happy you've joined our ranks, that you found such a devoted husband. Our Lord Strahd worships you, the very thought of you, and none can deny that. I'm sure your father rests easy in his grave, knowing that you'll be warm with our Lord's love evermore. And she raises her chalice. To our newest sister. The applause again happens, but this time just more strained, more awkward. Perhaps now, as things begin to move, you may be able to slip out, the four of you and Mordenkainen. I would require a stealth roll to do so.
32.
That's pretty good.
I'm like right up there too, so we'll just go with that.
Yeah, you got a 3 in there. I see the 3. Well, hell yeah, Mordenkainen got a nat 20.
Go there you go.
Love that for him.
Yeah. So yeah, your group slips out, and you've got 2 directions you could go. Up or down.
Quickly share my thought processes that I was working on, listening to the shitty toasts,
Yeah.
but where I think there might be some offices or studies. Hey, Mordenkainen, you can't like locate an object or anything, can you?
I don't think Mordenkainen has that spell. At least not prepared. Let me double check.
I'm also gonna ask him if he can quickly prestidigitate me the rest of the way dry.
Yeah, he can do that.
Jinx's hair is probably a little bit poofy.
Definitely. Alright, areas of Barovia. Give me Mordenkainen's spells.
All of them. It's Mordecai. Jesus.
Yeah, he does not have his spell book. He's been working on it, but he does not have all of them. He downloaded only the important ones. No, he doesn't have the locate object.
Like Fireball and falsified documents.
He's got the thing that makes time stop.
He doesn't have the LimeWire spell.
No. All right. And he's got lightning bolt because that's how he greeted you guys.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right. I was looking for the information for you. Where is it? Why is this so hard? Oh, there it is. All right. A woman hangs above a roaring fire. That's where it is. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Now I get to look at the maps. The things I'm absolutely great at. Why is this so big? That's what I want to know.
That's what she said.
Boom.
Alright, so for what you are thinking, those areas are all up. For Jinx.
Okay, that's what I thought. Did I generally get close to any of them when I was escorted up to the bridal chamber?
Not quite, because you were just the bridal chamber. You were taken up like a stairway all the way up, kind of deal.
We want to try our luck upstairs, or do we want to try our luck with that magic brazier?
I got a feeling upstairs might be the way to play this. I always strap for time, but we gotta make some moves and figure some things out before it's too late.
All right. Then what I'll do is I will ask for an investigation check for your group to find a suitable fire with a woman above it.
Oh, I got a dirty 20.
18 on a +0.
Woohoo! Look at you.
Anything to not go down into this, the swamp water with the zombies again.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I got
Alright.
a 3.
Mordenkainen got a 23.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Morty.
So, your group of 5 walks up, moving quickly through the areas that Jinx can vaguely remember, and eventually, having moved up, I think to the 3rd floor? Nope. Wrong button. You are... Which area would it come up from? We've gone up those stairs. To come up here. Which means that... Alright, I'll give you a choice. Do you want to come up from the inside or the outside?
Of what?
Of the castle. Coming up to the area that you need to go, do you want to come from an inside stairwell or an outside stairwell? Remember that it's storming outside.
Inside.
I just
Probably
got
inside.
dry.
You
Yeah,
got
probably
Mordenkainen
inside.
with you. You can get dry again.
Oh, okay. In that case, maybe outside. If he's willing to use the blow dry spell.
You might be willing to use the blow dry spell.
Oh, God damn it.
Is that
Yeah,
demeaning
you'll see-
of a wizard of his
you'll-
stature?
That kind of hinges on if we're choosing inside or outside. A might doesn't really help us here.
You'll see him end up using thaumaturgy on it, like a window, like 2 rooms away. I'm like, oops, wrong out. I don't want to get wet. Can we take this? At least there won't be wet zombies.
Let's just stick to indoors for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I don't want to fall to my death because I slipped.
Alright. So, with an indoor stairway, we're gonna... It is revealed. Alright, so this is where you find yourselves. You see these dark alcoves lining the walls here. A part of the ceiling has fallen, where now rubble is strewn across the floor. The area here is a little damp in that area as the beams of Ravenloft's roof are exposed, and you can hear the lightning, or the thunder as the lightning cracks, and you see that the life-sized human statues within the alcoves here, in that brief flash of light, their visage each frozen in terror.
So, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, between the multitude of statues and the rosette patterns on the floor, this feels like this hallway is trapped.
Does it?
Yes, Faye 1,000% does.
Interesting. So what do you guys want to do? This is where you're...
Like, maybe checking for traps is a good idea.
Yeah, you want to check for traps?
I feel like that might be wise.
Perception or investigation as you walk.
Mine will be a 21.
If I just run really fast and trigger any traps. Once they're triggered, they can't hurt you twice, right?
I don't think we're not supposed to be here, so I don't think triggering any traps is the move.
What if triggering them makes all the statues come alive and fight us?
Yeah.
That's the point.
The trap could be it rings a little bell. It still isn't in our best interest.
There are no traps that you find as you move, though. Jinx and only Jinx would notice that in the moments between the lightning flash, the faces on the statues change.
Ah.
When in the when in the dark, the terror and horror is replaced by stone stoicism. And it's
What
only
the
when
hell?
the lightning crashes that you see the abject horror.
Point that out.
What are we even supposed to make of that?
What are
What?
you supposed to make of that?
What do
I'm
you
sure
want
it's
me
not
to do with this fact?
foreshadowing. What's foreshadowing? Maybe we
Alright,
just
well,
Should I
leave real fast.
mention that this is known as the Hall of Heroes?
Oh,
Is there a
great.
plaque somewhere that
Maybe
says
we'll be
this?
here someday.
all right. I guess if there's no traps, let's get moving.
Wait, as we walk by, does Jinx see one that says like one of our names on it or something, like all the bullshit that he saw in Argynvost told?
No.
Okay.
Very good roleplay, gentlemen. Very good roleplay.
If you wanna ask questions, you can, but yeah, you don't see anything.
I just meant the walking speed.
Oh, yeah. Alright, you got a door.
Can I have him take points just in case there's something that would
Maybe listen
stab
at it
towards?
first.
Yeah, if things goes bad, I'll offer to open the door.
Yeah, go ahead. Jinx, give me a perception roll.
24.
You hear not much, but you do hear the crackle of a burning fire.
Oh, hey, I think there's a fire on the other side.
Oh, good.
Could we be so lucky?
Let's get in there.
Alright. You open the door to a study.
What are we doing here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, for a second, the fog of war was being cleared everywhere except where we were. And by the way,
Okay, there we go.
there's a giant spider piled up.
A lot of bookshelves in here. Bookcases.
Anything going on with this
Fire.
cool fireplace?
Yeah, give me just 1 second for that, though.
Mmm. Mmm.
Alright. So, as you stand in the study here, in front of this blazing hearth fire, you of course see that the walls here are lined with ancient books and tomes. Their leather covers are well oiled. They seem to be used very carefully. Everything here is in order. There's a thick, luxurious rug, table that is waxed and polished to a mirror finish. The poker that stands next to the blazing fireplace is polished as well. There are large, overstuffed divans and couches, and the room is cozy. But what catches your eye... Yes, Max, something catches their eye. Is a huge painting that hangs over the mantelpiece, and it is in this heavy, gilded frame. And what you see is a carefully rendered portrait that looks exactly like Irina.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I assumed it would be Tatiana.
It seems to be Tatiana.
Does anyone's spidey senses tingle in here to figure out which of these books is the one we're looking for?
Maybe a detect magic or something like that?
I'm a scholar.
If you would wish for me to detect magic, I can.
Can't hurt.
And so, yeah, Mordenkainen will cast Detect Magic, and, as he looks around, that's strange. There's no magic active, but there seems to be traces of dormant magic beneath our feet.
Is the it's a rug, right? Like an area rug and not like plush
Yeah.
carpeting.
Yeah, it's a rug.
Can I look under the rug?
Under the rug, you just see the stone floor.
Is there any scuff marks or anything to indicate something moving?
No.
What was the exact? Now that I'm trying to think back, what was the exact wording of this last item?
Gotta go all the way to the front of that book. Alright. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. And then the next part of it was a woman hangs above a roaring fire. Find her and you will find the treasure.
Are there any books that sit below the picture or the painting?
No, the only thing below the painting is the fireplace.
Can we move the painting?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's heavy, so it's not easy to move, but moving it shows a wall.
How thick
Or move her.
is the frame?
What the?
Very. Not thick enough to hide something, but thick enough to reinforce the fact that this is a massive painting.
Okay.
What
so
direction is she looking in?
She's looking out, just out into the room. She seems to be looking straight on, like she was looking at the painter.
Door.
So you don't want me to cut this painting out of the frame?
If you want to cut the painting out of the thing,
Well,
that
no,
is your
because-
fate.
No, because you just told me the frame isn't big enough to hide anything. So no.
Can I just check the room to see like if there's any hidden mechanisms or something, like if you press this book in, it like the shelf opens up or something.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Can I investigate what's going on with this fireplace? Why is it so deep?
Give me an
It's,
investigation check.
It's a 15 on my investigation.
That's up. You don't know.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, boys.
Hey,
Jinx. I will say that as you're looking around, something kind of strikes you. Everything is clean, everything's polished, everything's it makes sense for the books to be well oiled. They're ancient. They need to be taken care of. They need to be presentable or else they fall apart. It makes sense that the table is polished to a mirror finish. It's presentation. Something easy to clean. And then you look to the fire poker. That too is polished clean. Just strange if it's going into a fire. It would be covered in soot.
Hmm.
Mention that out loud. Maybe it's a key to something.
Maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe this does the fire feel like fire? Like if you go up to it, is it warm?
Yes.
It's not like a magical fire
Nope. It
or
feels
an
like fire.
illusion.
Based on what Jinx has said, I'll go to where this poker is and either like try and lift it up or like pull on it.
Yeah. If you lift the poker out of its stand, you hear the slide of stone as a door behind the fire at the back of the fireplace opens.
Oh. Like back here?
Yeah. Except that if you walk through there, you're gonna take fire damage.
Now I go around.
No, you can't. Like that area
Wait,
is
what?
fire. Like that's the fireplace. It looks like this on the map, but there's not really area to get past the fire without getting the fire down.
Hey Mordenkainen, do you have like any water spells?
Water spells. No. The spell that I think could work is quite high level. I don't know that it'd perhaps be best to save that for later.
If someone had, I don't know, evasion, would we be able to maybe get through unscathed? Probably not.
Give you half damage.
Yeah, I could do it. Right, if I
Three of
take
us
half
have
damage,
evasion.
that's quarter damage.
Yeah.
Do you have evasion?
No, but
Nope. Are you resistant to fire?
yes.
So fire damage gives you half damage. Evasion will give you half damage.
Okay. I see.
Putting out the fire means no damage.
Yeah.
Not a water tiefling, so.
Can you summon a water elemental? I don't know that Jinx would.
I do have a water skin. Could I just try pouring that in there and see if that helps? At least kill the flames a bit.
How much is in a water skin?
5 pounds of 4 pints.
4 pints. It brings it down some. I don't think that that's enough to douse a fire of this size. But if
That's fair.
someone else has a water skin,
I'll contribute my water skin.
Yeah, why not? Sounds like I need to eat anyway.
I mean, yeah, we're on our way out.
Think peer pressure fine, I'll do it too.
Something tells me dehydration is going to be the least of our worries right now.
I don't know. If you don't have any blood in you, that's a pretty big amount of dehydration. But yeah, 4 water skins, enough to douse the fire entirely. Meaning that you have the open door into a room behind you. And I think we'll look into that in our next session. Our final session, potentially.